Willpower, while a valuable trait, has its limitations when it comes to achieving long-term goals. Several scientific studies and psychological research have shown that relying solely on willpower can be ineffective in the context of sustained goal achievement. Here are some key findings that highlight the drawback of depending solely on willpower. Limited cognitive resources. The famous psychologist Roy Baumeister proposed the theory of ego depletion, which suggests that self-control and willpower are finite resources that can be depleted through use. To illustrate this theory, consider the following example. Imagine a person who starts their day with a healthy breakfast and a commitment to sticking to a strict diet. They successfully resist the temptation of donuts at office, opting for a salad instead. However, as the day goes on, they face a series of self-control challenges. They have to resist checking their social media during work, then avoid snacking on cookies in the break room, and perhaps later restrain themselves from buying an expensive item that they desire. According to this theory of ego depletion, with each act of self-control, the individuals deplete their self-control reserve. By the end of the day, after resisting multiple temptations and making choices that require self-control, their willpower reserve is significantly diminished. Now, when they return home, they may find it incredibly challenging to maintain their commitment to their diet. They might give in to the temptation of an unhealthy snack or overindulge in a large dinner, despite their earlier determination. The next theory is that of environmental triggers. Wendy and David Neal, distinguished psychologists and researchers, have proposed a theory that challenges the traditional concept of willpower and self-control. Their theory suggests that willpower is not primarily a depletable mental energy resource, as is traditionally believed, but rather it is influenced by situational and contextual factors. According to their theory, it is essential to recognize that behavior is often habitual. They argue that habits formed through repeated cues and triggers in our environment have a more profound influence on our actions. For instance, when trying to establish a habit, let's say, of regular exercise, setting up cues like placing your workout clothes by your bed or arranging to meet a friend at the gym, these things can make exercise a more automatic part of your routine. This approach minimizes the reliance on just willpower and makes behavior change more sustainable, as a habit takes over, therefore reducing the need for conscious self-control. In this scenario, the theory emphasizes that the person can reduce their reliance on willpower by modifying their environment to support healthier habits. The next theory is one of delayed gratification challenge. Walter Mischel's famous Marshmallow experiment. Yep, this was conducted in the 1960s. It tested the ability of young children to delay gratification. In the experiment, children were given a choice between receiving a single marshmallow immediately or waiting for a short period to receive 2 marshmallows instead. It was revealed that children who could delay gratification and wait for that second marshmallow tended to have a better life outcome in other areas like academic achievements and their social skills. Another example where this marshmallow experiment applies is in the context of financial decision making. So consider an individual who receives a year-end bonus and he faces a choice. He can either spend the entire amount immediately on indulgent purchases or invest a portion of it for long-term financial security. Those who can delay gratification and choose to invest their bonus are more likely to achieve better financial outcomes in the future. They understand that waiting and making a sacrifice in the short term will lead to greater rewards in the long term. This experiment emphasizes the importance of understanding one's own limitations and the potential for willpower to be insufficient for long-term goals. Stress and emotional regulation. Stress and negative emotions can significantly deplete willpower. Studies have shown that individuals experiencing stress or emotional turmoil are more likely to give in to the temptation and abandon their goals. Willpower alone may not be effective in managing those emotional triggers. Goal consistency and planning. Setting goals that align with one's values and creating a well-structured plan can be more effective than just relying solely on willpower. Research on implementation intentions highlight the importance of planning specific actions to achieve desired outcomes. This planning approach can be more successful in goal attainment than just pure reliance on willpower. Let me explain. So, consider a person trying to quit smoking. Relying solely on willpower may prove challenging when faced with cravings. However, if they create an implementation intention such as when I get a craving, I'm going to chew a sugarless gum. Now, they have a specific plan to cope with their impulses. This strategy leverages environmental cues and specific actions to reinforce self-control, making it more effective than relying on sheer willpower alone. Social support and accountability. Studies on behavioral change have consistently shown that involving a support system or being held accountable to someone else can enhance goal achievement. Social support provides external motivation and it reduces the burden on individuals' willpower. Neuroscience of habit formation. Neuroscientific research indicates that habits are formed through change in neural pathways, and it involves automatic, non-conscious processes. Habits are more sustainable than relying on conscious self-control, as they require less cognitive effort over time. While willpower is an essential component of self-control and goal achievement, these scientific insights demonstrate that it's not the sole sustainable mechanism for long-term success. To improve the likelihood of achieving goals, individuals should consider combining willpower with other strategies such as habit formation, goal consistency, environmental cues, and social support to create a more comprehensive approach to goal attainment. If you're struggling just relying on willpower to attain your goals, I hope this information has been helpful, but I've also done another video on how to set your goals the right way. You might want to look at that too. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more valuable insights and inspirations. If there's anything else you would like me to cover, please put that in the comments below and I'm going to do my best to cover those topics in my upcoming videos. Until next time, take care.